Live from San Antonio, Texas, it's showtime! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former WBA super lightweight champion of the world, introducing the hard-hitting Marcos Chino Maidana. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the three-time world champion in three weight divisions, the reigning WBC lightweight world champion, and the undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world, introducing Adrien the Problem Broner.
The bell in round one. Red with gold trunks, Marcos Maidana in the red and black with conviction. And he swarms Broner along the ropes. Raises him with the right hand. Maidana off to a very quick start here. But Broner staying composed and focused along the ropes, wanting to clinch. It's known here against Broner. Gavin Reese bounced it off his head. Over the hook on the right and hurt Broner. He took a weird misstep after that shot went. Continuing to throw all kinds of punches, and Broner just wants to hold on. In terms of output, followed by powerful finishes to weather the early storm from Maidana. He's done without the jab, by the way. Oh, he was throwing no jabs to the body. Maidana throwing all kinds of punches. And his body in the crowd here in Fuego in San Antonio. You rarely see, for a guy as fast as he is, you rarely see counterpunch. Maidana's brutal offense here. You can't just have him missing. You need to take away the confidence. Left hook by Broner. To win this fight, Adrien Broner's going to have to hurt Marcos. Boy, I really feel it now. Broner has never been down in his couple of left hooks to the body by Maidana. A couple of right uppercuts. The last one just grazed in. And it's all Marcos Maidana here in right. Maidana continues to walk Broner down. Broner catching a lot of those hand. And what is Adrien Broner doing? He's not throwing punches. Once again, be active if he chooses to use it, and if he stays confident in doing that, he's going to have to get active. Number two, great start by Marcos Maidana. And round two, Marcos Maidana has recorded the first of two rounds. And there's the right hand lead by Maidana that sticks on. First time in his career. He's hurt back. He's hurt. That's a long count, that's for sure. And Maidana here in round two. Maidana lands underneath, but that was it. Forget about surviving. If Broner gets by this, we're going to see what happens. And the left and right by Maidana. The power already taking its course. I don't know if Lawrence called for that. No, by Maidana. Another right hand by Maidana. He's hurt bad. They got to stay. They got to look at stopping this. I know it's Adrien Broner, and he's supposed to be a star. And now Broner for 1-2. Right uppercut by Maidana. The right cross connects. Shaking things off and beginning to regain his composure along the ropes. Lands staying calm in the midst of this fierce firestorm from now on his bicycle. Backpedaling, missing with the overhead right was Maidana. You at least show Maidana that there's life in him. Even if it's nothing hard, even if it's feel. There's a lead left hook connects by Broner. 1 minute left. And a stellar second round. Al, you're absolutely right. I don't know what happened to Maidana's jab. Chopped by Maidana. What was when he's setting up all the power? Yeah, he's the old Maidana, but he's still landing power punches. Misses the couple of right uppercuts as Broner content to stay on the ropes and check the ring. He's complaining about something, but he's going to have to give. Left hook by. Final 10 seconds of what has been a scintillating Maidana. Broner eats it. Great start here to this fight. Now Adrien Broner was counterpunched. Yeah, very good point. But you're going to have to stay in the eye of the panic in the corner, and it was Broner who told everyone, hey, chill out. make it a street fight in order to be effective. Maidana's landed the shots landed. There's some defense. Another chopping right hand by Maidana over top, working the body as they clinch. A minute. Right hand connects by Maidana.
We have seen it. Adrien Broner get hit with overhand rights repeatedly, and we thought that would be the big weapon for Maidana, and it has been so far.
Measuring up, good defense, and there's some of the speed displayed by Adrien.
Maidana may have been stunned with that punch.
Right hand to the body by Broner. By the champion. Certainly surprised him. Good shots by Broner. Best shots of the fight that he's landed.
And Maidana is just not throwing the jab. Still get that right hand in, but there's so much in this fight.
Left hook to the body by Maidana. The crossface by Broner will answer the rough stuff. In the third round, a terrific start to this welterweight championship fight with Marcos Maidana. Left hook connects by Broner.
Ready for some numbers? Sure. Maidana has thrown 200 only when he's faced with this adversity, and boy, he has been tonight.
He picked it up a little bit on the inside. Maidana's KO percentage of just over 90% is the highest.
Maidana has shot his leg and he's tired already. We'll see if that's the case. In keeping with his previous track record as a fighter.
The crowd very emotional action, putting the bow on a superlative view of Showtime Championship Boxing. Right now, going back to the jab, keeping Maidana under control. Right hand to the body by Maidana. There's a
Like what we saw Paulie use against Broner. And there's the jab to the body.
the same way, and he changes it. It must be something they worked on. He can't very change a hook to the body. Total body shots landed almost a shutout from minute left to the fourth round. Marcos has to pick it up just a little bit. There's a slow pace favors Broner. Here he is picking it up now.
Here's where Broner has he throws so few punches. It's going to be hard for him to win some of these rounds.
5 seconds left in the fourth, and there's a chopping right cross by Maidana. Jab from Maidana, then going to the body as they come close, and Broner pushing him away. Left hook upstairs by
And that could have impact as this fight goes on.
right hand lead by Broner. Final seconds of the fourth round. Good hit. So here at the Alamo Dome in Marcos Maidana. They renew acquaintances here immediately. Right uppercut snuck in by Broner. And a left by Maidana. But there does seem to be a lot more Broner pulling. Yeah, but let's see if it was just an illusion. Here's the thing. Maidana, to his benefit, Broner can't time him defensively. And he's getting hit with punches he wouldn't miss.
Yeah, that's really true. And the right hands are so wide, he just does
Into the body shots. Putting the work in as he gets hit with hook from Broner. Broner fainting. And Maidana comes forward again. Left hook by Broner. Left hook to the body by Maidana. This idea that usually guys like Maidana can't fight on the back foot. They're used to coming forward and using their power. See if this works. It's a risk. But if he can back up Maidana, it's kind of warning Broner about pushing. Right body by Maidana. Minute 45 left in the fifth. Broner's having a conversation with referee Cole throughout the fight. He has a bigger problem with Marcos Maidana, I would think. I'll say. Three-punch combination. couple of left hooks land by Broner. Right uppercut lands by Broner.
One of the central questions in this fight is, does Broner have power? And we're going to find out tonight, because he's hit Maidana with some big punches to it tonight.
Broner's second fight at 147 pounds. Maidana's it's bloody. Adrien's nose. A minute, Broner. Maidana coming forward low. Lands a left hand upstairs. Broner trying to punch on Maidana with the jab. Maidana closing the gap. There's a right hand. Maidana going over the top with a right hand. Working the body.
He's throwing more punches, 47 to 36, but Broner's been fairly out.
Counter right hand by Maidana.
And again, you're putting Maidana in a position he's not used to being. You know,
30 seconds, Broner coming forward. Maidana on the ropes now, moving away as he comes in on the attack. Lands a right hand over the... It's been exciting as Maidana again works them. And a left hook upstairs by Maidana. And the ladder's down 6. WBA welterweight title fight. The champion Adrien Broner. Stellar amateur career with over 300 fights. And there he eats a right cross from Maidana.
fucking forward this fight.
He felt the play was taken away from him in the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, he's more comfortable when he comes forward. So he's trying to take that control back.
Right uppercut by Maidana. As we look at the unofficial scoring at the midway point of this fight.
Very unofficial. Both have it for Maidana. And Steve, what do you think?
I do right now that with Broner, although Maidana always looks like he's one punch away from hurting his opponent. One thing to think about, it's been a thrilling fight. I also think it's been a dirty fight with Broner. Lawrence Cole doesn't have to decide this fight.
Minute 45 left in the 7th. Right hand by Maidana. But it has been a rough and tumble affair at times. And yes, of this title tilt.
And the problem for Broner, over 500 punches already. Broner hasn't yet thrown 200. I'm not saying that they're all landing, but he's much busier.
They just landed 3 punches followed by the right cross by Broner. Maidana getting a little slugger to fatigue. But there he shows signs of some good speed. And
As he's showing these signs of fatigue, Broner's got to get busy. He's got to take advantage of that. He doesn't move his hands very often.
triple left hand, culminating with that left uppercut by Broner. And with the right hand to the side of the head as they again are in close. Keep away on the bottom. Broner tagging the left upstairs. Getting to find a rhythm with his combination. Maidana though continues to come forward to the 7th round.
Maidana's here in this round.
Left hook and left uppercut just grazes, but he cut right hand and Broner now beginning to tee off a little bit of Maidana, but Maidana here in the final coming back. A good round for Broner though.
Show stat numbers. The judges, of course, have their own views of how they run it.
Comparisons with Broner with Floyd Mayweather here is reminds me of one of the Floyd's developmental big fights. It was the first Jose Luis Castillo fight. A lot of comparisons of similarities to that fight that Floyd had with Jose Luis Castillo. Broner's had Castillo beat Mayweather in that first fight. But it certainly was a learning fight, and you could tell Mayweather.
Broner to back him up now, and that's obviously good for Broner and then for Maidana.
Well, Stafford actually told Adrien to put him. Adrien's trainer Mike Stafford told him he's backing you up, but goes back up. Robbers are not used to being on the back foot. I'll repeat it. Yep.
Just back with the jab. Left hook upstairs by Maidana. Straight right hand by Broner. Maidana with a 3-punch cut edge with a right hand to the face.
Maidana's overhand right is so awkward.
you take in trying to walk Maidana, you get clipped. I don't think maybe Broner's not so active, not so willing to take those chances.
The attack again. Broner content to let him punch up, but then they sue for that. Oh, left hook behind him. Chopping right hand, a left hook to the body. Left hook, Broner trying to hold on. It's another right and a left. Going crazy in San Antonio. Maidana digs away to the body with the left corner. Content to stay on the ropes.
Again, Maidana's got to cut the ring off.
Working the body again is Maidana going over top of the right hand. Full of offense from Broner at all. At all. A minute and a half left in the night.
Advantage of it so far. Broner's got to summon the will to throw some punches here because some punches he can do something. Easier said than done though.
Yeah, exactly. Maidana shows scouts. Under a minute left in the round. Maidana has turned this fight around in a big way, and the numbers demonstrate that. 30 seconds left in the night. Maidana again beginning to pick up the pace. Lands a left hand. Broner comes back. Maidana along the ropes, but it's Maidana's jab that keeps Broner at bay.
Every time Maidana throws the double, seeing all those wide shots at the straight away surprising. Again, defense is partially in. It's hard to anticipate straight shots coming from Maidana.
Chopping right, Maidana. We're headed to the 10th of what has been a fantastic fight. Underway here at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. Marlon Allen. Triple jab box fight against Paul Naraz. He's sitting next to me. Broner really fit anticipate. Of course, that's just not the physical view. Broner now is not going backward too much, but he's not landing either.
Gotta get big, especially now. It's imperative.
Lands the right, left scoring after 9 rounds. Good combination by Maidana. We're pretty much in agreement here with Maidana. The knockdown early in the fight helped him, but the knockdown is negated by the point deduction. Broner went down to round 2, then from Maidana due to the headbutt. There's an overhand right by Maidana, followed by...
And again, Lawrence Cole's warning Broner about 40. You're gonna deduct points. He's gotta go both ways.
Nice combination by Maidana. Lead left hook, then goes down with a 10th.
Rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. All three in favor of the winner. And the new